So in the last 2 years now, we've seen a tremendous change all around us on this planet. We've all been out there rooting for the best thing to happen for ourselves. And then along came a pandemic, and if that wasn't enough, we had the Ukrainian crisis flare up more recently. So to be honest, the pandemic completely caught me off guard, and it did so many people. So while we were steaming ahead and all doing well and working well and being able to walk around and slap each other on the backs, hand out cigars, shake hands, travel to meetings, get on a plane, and just pretty much get on with life as we knew it, that literally stopped within weeks. What I realized at the time is that, even a bloke like myself, not that I would want to be overly arrogant, became surplus to needs because budgets were slashed, travel was slashed, human contact was slashed and became worse so over the period of the pandemic. And now all of a sudden we were all staring down the barrel of a gun called, how do we go to work? How do we make an income? How do we live? So there's no doubt that it brought issues like mental well-being, mental stress, financial stress to the world as we know it. It put pressure on supply chains, put pressure on individuals, put pressure on businesses. Many of them that I was working with woke up not knowing what was actually going to happen. So with the intervention of the governments and most governments, we landed up in a place where we had to find a different way to connect. The shift in being able to get people to connect was the beginnings of these workshop series. And the idea was to bring people across the globe into a place where they could actually debate, dialogue, update, review, and think of how to become, one, digitally savvy, onboard and maintain their client relationships if they could, literally working from home. The learning curve was steep for educators, it was steep for individuals, it was steep for businesses. So we started the series, and the idea of the series was to actually say, okay, let's find out what's going on as a collective, in a collective of individuals, and let's figure out a way to transcend, if you like, or make the transition from being locked down and at home to staying connected in a community of learners and finding a different way to be able to work in the world as we know it. The series has been running for 2 years now, and it's been done on the basis of bringing learners from all over the world, right from the shop floor to the CEO, in a way that we can actually hang out with each other, be a community of learners, and probably find a way to be able to make a living and prosper different to the way that we were used to. So my name is Dr. Keith Dietz. I am an economist, a business economist, trained at the University College of Cork, and I've been building businesses most of my life, or my adult life anyway. I've always had an interest in economics. My idea of bringing these workshops together is to be able to put people all over the globe in a place where they can learn, engage, debate, dialogue, and evolve based on some of the best thought leadership that we can have access to. So my commitment, obviously, is to go and find the best instructors, the best thought leaderships, and bring them into these workshop series and work them through, participation, by people who want to take the next step and try and overcome and negotiate the obstacles. So my hope is that you will find these workshops interesting. What we're trying to do and are doing is making them as accessible and as easy as possible to get to. And from it, you will be able to access me personally. And certainly, if there are any needs that you have in terms of wanting to grow your business, where you need good company for the journey, you'll be able to contact me on the details that follow this video. Hope to see you. Cheers.